lot to do today. Let's see what I want to do today. Today's date. Let's get the date down. It's August 7th. August 7th. So today I want to be able to, I need to know which prefab was created. Like, so I can check and if it exists already. So that's what I need to do. I need to know which prefab was created so I can check if it exists already. I want to prevent a spawn where another prefab is, so it's a collision, some kind of collision detection. And now I need to make sure I have a collision detection. What else do I need to do here? I want to make sure a random location circle matches the user's chat color. I need to know which prefab was created so I can check if it exists already. So let's see where we have this happening. Looking for the code or the prefab. Oh, I want to move this application run in background. I want to see if this will work in Wake. Void awake. Void start. Void awake. And then this code right there. I want to see if that, and then this void update, we're just going to take this out of there. All right, let's see if this will work right now. And I will try to run it. I think I can run it here. Now, it'll be interesting to see if the awake function works without actually building it. Yesterday, I had to build the program before I ran it. So this time, I don't want to build it. I just want to see if I can run it from here and if it will work. So let's see. It did connect properly. Test. Okay, good. It's working. If I do a joke, I should get a stream elements colored chat. Did you hear about the Mexican train killer? He had loco motives. All right. Loco is crazy, I believe. All right, so that's working. All right, good. So we have this piece working right now, and I moved it to awake because this wake function happens before start, and I wanted to run in the background right away, and I didn't want to get that command getting repeated each time because it's already set that way. So what I want to go to now is where this prefab is getting created. It's right here. If the chatter tags display name, I don't need that anymore for Kugetsky because I've got Kugetsky up here. Yeah, so let me get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of that because I don't want it to make an extra one for him. I don't want it to do that. All right, here's where it goes. This is where the instantiate's happening. There, my new clone equal instantiate my prefab, new vector 3, x, y, 0, quaternion identity, that's the rotation. So this prefab I'm using is circle. The start point is random, so it says public, but I really feel this new message chatter. Here's where the prefab is being created. Let's get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this. That's not being used anymore. I'm still using this code here just temporarily. If chatter display name goes bionic toothpick, I'm not doing anything with that one anymore. We're going to get rid of that. Why did that just go to an extra line? I want to keep the formatting the same. I would think I'd want the formatting the same. I want to add that window as an overlay at some point, but not right now. Okay. This is Gigantic Bucket showing me how to do that array. But I want to, right here, me find out where it is. I'm looking for that word instantiate. Var my new clone equal instantiate my prefab. So the new clone, variable my new clone get components parameter color equals the chatter color. Okay, that's fine. My new clone's name, though, has the chatter's display name. Chatter's display name. If I add a component to the prefab that allows the chatter's name, I could have the name in the circle. That I could do. Here's where I am right here. What I want to do, I need to know the actual array item for this clone to make sure a duplicate isn't created. So this is what I need to check. So it's doing this instantiate from a memory prefab. So what I mean here, if I say something, it's going to make a circle. If I say something again, it's going to make another circle. And all these clones are getting created. But I only want the user to have one circle, one prefab. I need to make sure there's just one prefab. I need just one prefab. So I need a check. Where would that check be to make sure there's only one prefab? So this has to be my new clone equals instantiate. This class, the variable allowed users, where is this? Is a new list. Public void new message chatter. Why is this is the other question I have. Like, why is the first word? Let me put this in. Why is the first word in the below parenthesis capitalized? Like, what's the significance of that? What is the significance? I would like to know that part, because I need to know the significance of that. I don't. Do I have my foobar running? I'm going to put a little bit of music in, just instrumental music in the background. File, open. We're going to put on concert, just quietly. Make sure that OBS doesn't have it too loud, but I do want a little bit of sound on. Right, that works. I want to make sure I don't have... Yeah, that's good. All right, so here, what I'm looking at now. This right here, the variable allowed users equals, no, that's not where I am. The variable my new clone equals the instantiation of a prefab with this position and that rotation. My new clone, all right, that's a variable, my new clone. That's where I set the color. This line below takes the chatter color bound via the IRC listener. Line below takes the chatter color bound via the IRC and makes the most recent prefab clone the same color. That's what's happening there. But I need to know what that clone is. what that clone is. All right. So I'm not 100% sure how to know that. How do you determine that? Public list chat avatar avatars equals new list chat avatar. To create a simple class that has a username and a random color in it. When does it get called? Chatter. Okay. I know. So it would be in game. Let me look up at my variables. Public chatter, latest chatter, private Twitch. When you want to declare something, the avatar creator, public class. It's the only thing with a class in it. Okay. We want to have a serialized variable. I want it to be, I'm going to make it public, and it's going to be player name. Public player name. No, that's not right. That's not right. Serializable public chat avatar. There's no other class in here, right? One class. Alright, what I'm trying to do here is I want the new clone. The new clone. I need to make that list. I need to create an array variable. All right, let me see something. How to create a string array in C#. I want to declare it. Array of strings. So declaration using string words. String, then an S1. Example. So let's see if we can do this. We're going to do this. Create an array for the person that joins the game. Create an array for the person that joins the game. And I guess they're going to be toothpicks. I'm going to call them toothpicks just for fun. So this is the declaration. String that s string that s1 create an array for the person that joins the game. String, and I wanted to call them toothpicks. Oh no, I see now. The string, this would be toothpicks. Is that correct? So toothpicks is the string. And then down here, they're called toothpicks. Where it creates that, where do I create it? If allowed, no. Not the allowed users, not the get component where it's instantiating. Yes, right here. This is where I wanted to declare it. So to do that, it would be my new clone, get component. No, I don't need to, my new clone. No, I want to add. I want to add something and add an element, and it's going to be the chatter It's going to be the chatter name. Chatter dot. What are the extensions of this chatter? Parameter chatter. The chatter GBA color, that's going to be in the listener. It's going to be chatter display name, chatter badge, chatter display name. It's the chatter display name right here. Chatter tags display name. I'm going to copy this text because the chatter tags display name. Chatter tags display name. What equals that? There, my new clone instantiate, chatter tags display name, and I got to add this. All right. It's a new string. No, I need to add the element. I want to add an element to an array. Add element to a string array in let me see something. Is there a DuckDuckGo browser for Windows? Is there a DuckDuck? No, it's the Attic Chrome. I don't want that. I want to add element to string array in C#. Let's see the command to do this. How do you add elements to an array in C#? First, get the element to be inserted, say X, then get the position at which this element is to be inserted. Say position. Create a new array with a size 1 greater than the previous size. Copy all the elements. No, I don't want to do that. I just want to add, how do you append a string in array? String my array equal new string. My array new list string, my array to array. Add string to an array, append an array, list in terms of list. My array equal new list string, my array C to array. I think that's close to what I want to do right there. I think that's close. Right, let me get that out of it. Let me check one other thing. The chatters tags display name. I want to add that string to my list. And the list is toothpicks. Toothpicks. Add. I want to add. Look, all I want to do is I want to add the array. Look, I've got to add the element to the array. Let's see how to do this. I want to add an element to the array. Let me come over here. Let's see. I want to look. Public string, avatars add, new avatar. We got to add. I want to add element to my array. The element is a string. All right, that's what I want to do. So it shouldn't be that difficult. It should not be that difficult. So I'm going to Unity, C#, add string to an array. Okay. Public string text. Public string. Hi, everyone. I've been trying to create a way. Let's see what we got here. Let's look at what this says. Hi, everyone. I've been trying to create a way to add strings to a string array. Basically, what I'm trying to do is when either button 1, button 2, button 3, or button 4 are clicked, they add either button 1, button 2, button 3, or button 4 to text to a string array depending on what button was clicked. Any idea how to do this? So text to point add new string. What you probably want isn't a static array, it's a list. Try the following. List string text2 equal new list string. Lists are generic, which is why you pass string to tell it this is a list of strings, and it does have the add command you are looking for. Oh. So maybe when I declared this string up here, this variable, string toothpicks. Lists are generic. What you probably want isn't a static array, it's a list. Try the following. List string text2 equals new list string. It's bothering me, the cat. I got to get used to the format here. All right. C# for Unity, arrays and loops. Maybe it'll be in this. Maybe it'll be in this one. Let's look at this. Arrays and loops. We're up to Circuit Street. Let's say you're creating a Beat Saber game. Now I'm not. All right, building arrays. Int, float, boolean. Yeah, they used a bracket. You declare array variables much like any variables, and you use brackets. The values stored in the array are declared inside the curly brackets. They're added to the collection in the same order declared and must fit in the data type. Editing arrays. Remember when I said a new keyword was to separate a space for the array? This means we can't go changing an array size willy-nilly. So if you want to alter the size of an array, refer back to the building arrays section and reassign the array variable by creating a new array. Changing the value stored in an array, on the other hand, is definitely possible. I think I do need a list. I think I need a list instead of, let's see, let's go up and check this out. Let's look. I think I might need a list. Meanwhile, a wild Dottler appears. Catch it using exclamation poke catch. We will try that. Ultra Ball. Meanwhile, we'll go back to our game. I think we might need a list instead of an array. List. Wait, when you add an item to an array, when you add an item to an array, does it change the array size? Answer. A growable array is simply a dynamic array which increases the size when more items are added to it. But I got to clarify C# instead of. Okay. It is possible to change an array size after declaration. If not, there is an alternative to an arrays. List T uses an array behind the scenes, so there are very few reasons to use an array in C#. List can be initialized to a suitable size using a constructor. All right, I thought list T uses a linked list. All right, I think we need to use a list. Create a list in C#. Let's look at this. How to create a list in C#. A list is a collection of items. Okay, list string author list equal new list string. All right, what is the string? This class constructor takes a key data type. The data type can be a net data type. An author list add, list string author list. Okay, I think this is going to help me. I'm going to copy this. All right, we're going to be okay. I want to go into the code now. I think I've got it. Where I declared this declaration, I'm going to use a list. So what I want to do, list string, we're going to call this toothpicks. Now, our arrays, I think, are supposed to be capital. That's where the capital comes in. Equals new list string. We're going to get rid of that. Why am I seeing that little 3 dots under there? Field, last string, avatar, creator, toothpicks, make field read only, show potential fixes. Field string equal new list string. Let me go back to the code of that website. Let me go back here. The following code snippet adds items to the list. Author list add. So toothpick list add. I think author list was capitalized because. Let me look up that next. Let's look this up. Are arrays capitalized in C#? Like, is it capitalized? Convert string array to lowercase? No. Capitalize first letter from array of strings? No. In this approach, we have the first letter of string by capturing the no, like it's not what I wanted to see. That's not the section I was looking for. But I think I have this. I don't know what these 3 dots mean though. Field, list, string, avatar. We're going to go back now to where this chat object is getting instantiated, if I'm saying correctly. And we're going to make toothpicks add. Let's see where we do that. I think. Pull this up real quick. Right here. This is where I want it. This is when it's instantiated. So we go to toothpick. Got a cap toothpick. Add. And then we want to add chatter tags. And I think it's in parentheses. Display name. And then before it adds, check if it already exists. We want to check if it already exists. And to do that, we're going to compare the array to see if chatter tags display name, if chatter tags display name, no, if the variable, if toothpicks contains chatter tags display name, yeah, if toothpick contains chatter return. Does return leave the whole? If toothpicks contains chatter tags displays name return. Bear, my new clone. Else, is this right? Else, is this right here? I have the right idea, I think. Else, why does my code look positioned wrong? I've got 6 errors. Let's see what we got. Let's see the errors here. 6 errors. 6 errors. If toothpicks contains, let's go back. If toothpicks contains let's see. Let's debug log already on the game field. If toothpicks contain shattering, if else. All right, let's see how many errors. We got 2 errors right now. I do think this is what I wanted though. I think I've got the right idea here. So what I'm working on is I don't want it to create a new icon or logo or chat game for the person if they're already there. So let's go what's listed here. Expected, a semicolon is expected. Toothpicks, okay, that's easy. Missing this. All right. One error. The name My New Clone does not exist in the current My New Clone. I know why. Because it's got to be up higher. We're going to copy it. It's got to be in the else. And then we're going to take that out. And I should have no errors. Let's save it. Let's save it. Let's rerun. Let's rerun our game. We're going to stop here. And we're going to rerun our game. See if it connects to chat. Now, when I say something, I should get trial. It made a random location. Now, if I try it again, it shouldn't make it. And my debug log should tell me, let me see, is there a debug log? Where would that be? Console? Already on the game field. Yes. Yes. That's a big part. That is a very important part because now when I go to the game, let's go back to the script. So let's look what happens. If toothpicks contains chatter tags display name, then it's not going to do anything. Else, then it creates the clone. It gives the name to the display name to toothpicks, and then my new clone get component. All right, so all that, and now I know the variable of that one. Here though, my concern though is does that prefab that was created have a name? I need to add that. I need to add that to the prefab. All right, we're gonna go into Unity now. We're gonna stop. The game is not running now. Exited received. We've got to go look. I wonder if because it returned to end the game. All right, but let's go back to our prefab. Project prefabs. Prefabs. This circle. It does have the TextMesh Pro text UI there. The TextMesh Pro text UI. It does have that. That's where the name is supposed to go. Let me see something. I'm trying to think that. I need to put a name on there of the username when it's created. Let's go back then into the script. Let's go to the script. This is where it's creating this thing. Add chatters names blank, my new clone instantiate my prefab. Do I instantiate my prefab with a new vector? Wait a second. What's the variable name in this? Prefab. All right, here's what I want to do. I want this prefab to be able to write a name for it when it gets created. Now there's this tool over here, like this page here. This talks about giving the TextMesh Pro, the spawned, to give the username to it. So it instantiates it. Once it's instantiated, then it goes to the TextMesh Pro. Let's see if we can find that then in our script. We'll go to our script and see if we can find where that element is. Here it got made there. Let's look and see if we can find it. It's going to be called my new clone, get component, and it's the text mesh. It's the text mesh. Text mesh, right? It is the text mesh. This, and then text equal chatter tags display name. I feel like that would be it. My new clone get component, the text mesh text equals chatter tags display name. Let's try saving it. No errors. We're going to go back to our game. See what happens if we hit play now. And we're just going to type test. It didn't put a name though. It did not put a name. But the Text Mesh Pro, I feel like there's more to it then. There's more to it. That's okay. There's more to it than just Text Mesh. Maybe it's Text Mesh Pro. Text Mesh. My new clone does have it. It instantiates the prefab. Let's go back to this prefab. I think our error is in this prefab. Let's delete this Text Mesh Pro. Let's remove. Wait a minute. Maybe it needs to be a variable. Text, public text. Let me see something. Can I add a component? It doesn't let me add a component in here, does it? When I'm in this mode. Nope, I'm running. I don't want to run. Let's stop it. I made an error there. All right, let me get a drink break real quick. The Text Mesh Pro. The Shellos escaped. No one caught it. All right, so what we're trying to do here is give this circle a name. Text Mesh Pro Text UI. The sprite renderer is the circle. That's fine. The text input. Let me see something. Test. I'm just going to call it test and see what happens now when it runs. Am I going to see it, the word test on the circle? No, I don't see the word test, but maybe because the color? No. What's the text? All right, we're going to stop it. That is not working. Circle up here. Circle. Canvas environment. Let's go back out of here. Let's go to the circle right now. There's the text. No, it does show the variable, the text there. What's that text? Can't see it. Let's go back and look at the circle. Vertex color, main settings. No, let's look at the text style normal. Text style, font style, bold, font size, vertex color, override alignment, enabled. Maybe I can move the text below it. No. That's not doing it. No. Liberations, material, drop shadow. Let's see. Let's try it again. No, I'm not getting any text at all. Not getting any text from this thing right here. So we are going to go back to this circle. We are going to remove the component. And we're going to come back here. and we fixed it. We're going to add a component. We want to add the text to it. The UI toolkit? No. The UI Text Mesh Pro input field or text UI? Which was it before? Let's try this. Let's see what it does here. Text. Let's remove this. Bring this back up. Let's delete this. Circle. Does this have a font? Not sure. Let me see. This circle right here. Then font asset, Liberations, SDF, bold, AB. Is there a color? Where's the color of the font? Maybe it's in here. Maybe let's make it black. Hey, Newgasm. Hey, I've got it working the part now where it won't create another unit, for yourself. Like, in other words, like, all right, I can't see the text, so that's not working. But if I go, for example, there, right there, if I try to do another one, now something's wrong. Something's wrong. Maybe because I have the circle in here. Delete. Let's delete that. Go back to my script. Let's stop it. We've got something going on. Stop this thing from running. Stop it from. Got something wrong. If the toothpicks contains the display name already on the game field, where my new clone instantiates, also does this. My new clone get component text most chatter tag display name adds the chatter tags display name to toothpicks. My new clone get component. All right. We've got to figure out why that just happened. I got to check something. It worked when I was testing it earlier. No, it's not working. It's not even getting the color right now. So I've changed something. That's all right. Learn something new. Learn something new. My new clone get component sprite render color chatter. That's the line where it would work. Else. Give me 1 second here. I know it was working. So debug log already on the game field. Let me see if that let me see if already on the game field's coming up. Let me go back. I also want to go back to the Unity here and see something. How did I change my circle? Avatar creator, iPrefab, it's this circle. Twitch RIC, the main camera. All that's good. Oh, I know one thing I did do. I changed this color here. I did make the vertex a certain color. No, I thought it. Maybe that was with the. Let me see something. I was thinking that color gradient override tags enabled. Anything else in there? All right, we're going to look at it. I'm going to just see something. I'm going to see if already on field shows up in the console. Let's clear this. Let's see, test. There is no text mesh attached to the circle clone game object, but a script is trying to access it. You probably need to add a text mesh to the game object circle clone, or your script needs to check if the accompaniment is attached before using it. And all right, I feel that's where the let me get out of this. I need to add a text mesh. All right, so let's do that now in Unity. We'll do that. We're going to go back to our project. It says it's here. It says it's there. Let's delete this prefab. I'm deleting the whole prefab, and then I'm going to delete this one. And I'm going to create a brand new prefab. 2D object, a sprite, a circle. It was called circle. I'm going to add a component to it. I'm going to add the text mesh. So I go to the user interface. Nope, not there. It's text mesh. Text mesh pro text. Can't add component mesh renderer to circle because it conflicts with the existing sprite renderer derived component. Ooh. You must have a graphic target in order to use it. I think I found the issue. It can add the input field, but because it's a sprite, maybe it's not displaying it. Now, does this show the Text Mesh Pro? All right, let's see what happens when we play now. We got to go back into our avatar creator, my prefab. We got to bring that circle in there. All right, let's see what happens this time. The circle showing up because I have it on the scene up there. That's why it was in there. Hello? Bye. All right. So that's not working. We're going to delete this circle right from here. We're going to go back into this circle here. You must have a graphic target in order to use a color transition. We are going to delete this prefab. Delete. And we're going to delete this. Back out of this, we're going to create a new 2D object, sprite shape, physics, sprites, maybe a 3D object. Let me just try to do something here. I know this is not, can I rename it? I know this is not what we had. And this is probably not going to work at all. I just want to see what it does. I'm going to go back to my script. I'm going to drag my prefab into here, and I'm going to hit play. It's going to have a circle because I left it on the playing field. And then if I type test, it does put that there. Okay, so that does work. It's still randomly taking it, but now there is no text mesh attached to the circle clone. Let's go back and let's look at our circle. Our circle. We're gonna delete this. Then we're gonna go back to this circle. We're gonna add the component, the text mesh pro text. The prefab asset is missing. You have to unpack the prefab instance to be able to create a new prefab. All right, let's delete it. We're just gonna make a whole new one. Create a 2D object. We made it a 3D object. We make it a sphere. We're going to add a component to it, which is the Text Mesh Pro text. It's there now. We're going to drag it. No, we're going to rename it first. It's a sphere. No, the circle. We're renaming it the circle. We drag it into here. And then we delete it from here because I don't want it in the scene. And now we play. And it's not getting made. It's not getting made at all now, right? What was the reason? What kind of message? IRC input exited, debugged. You probably need to reassign. Oh, I know it's wrong. I didn't redrag my prefab here. So in this scene right here where it's where this prefab spot is, there's no game object. I got to redrag this one. Okay. I could have left it as sphere now. Now we can go to play. Now what happens if I put test? Missing component. There is no text message attached to the circle clone game object, but a script is trying to access it. A wild Togepi appears. Catch it using exclamation poke catch. We'll try this with the Ultra Ball. We've got to stop. And it just wants text mesh now. Bring it up here. We want to add a component. We want to add a component to this. You see the text, but it's not. Add a component. Text mesh. There it is. Can't add component text mesh to circle because it conflicts with existing mesh filter derived component. Now we're going to delete the whole thing again. We're getting good at deleting. Delete. Delete. And 3D object. A sphere. Add a component. Text mesh. Can't add component text mesh to sphere because it conflicts with existing mesh filter derived component. It's not letting me add text mesh. All right, I think what I want to do. All right. I know what I want to do. I want to delete this. The Togepi. I call it the Togepi. All right. What I need to do, I gotta just bring the circle back. The new. I'm going to bring back the 2D object, the sprite, the circle like I originally had. I'm going to add a component. I don't think it's going to let me add the text mesh because can't add component mesh render to circle because it conflicts with the existing sprite render. I can't do it. Can I add a text container? Script. Text container scripts. No, I don't want that. I want to remove the component. Add component. It lets me add that. Text mesh pro text. I'm going to try that. I'm going to bring this down here. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to go back into our main avatar creator. I'm going to bring my prefab there. Now I'm going to go back to my script and see if I can figure out what went wrong here. Find Twitch IRC. No, not there. There. If toothpicks contain Chatterpack debug already on the game field, else my new clone instantiate new clone get component text mesh. It's not. I'm going to get rid of that because that line is not working yet. We're just going to comment it out. Just commenting that line out. We're going to save that. We're going to go back and look here, and we're going to play this. It's something minor that's causing it because I haven't added that much material to this. So it's definitely something minor. Yeah, see now, look. So that the text mesh throw, look, when I try to add one, it won't add it. New guys, if you're there, you could type something. But I can actually tell a joke, and then it should make a circle for the jokester. And there it is. And Newgasm shows up. They won't show up in the same place. You can't create another one either now. It only lets you to create the one. So I'm back to where I was right after I made a little bit of progress today. The next thing I need to do is I wanted to show the player's name on this circle. Why not? I can't let you have multiple players in the game. You can only have one avatar on the screen at a time. That's why. One at a time. One at a time. That's why. All right, so that being said, even you can see the message there, bottom left, already on the game field. So it's real little, but it's right there. I'm moving my mouse over. So that's all working. All right, let's turn this off. Let's go back to the script because it's not the text mesh text. It's not that. It's something else. iNewClone, get component. It's got a component on it, but it's not the Text Mesh Pro. It's something text. I only see text mesh. I'm only seeing text mesh. It's got to be another element on there. See this circle, Text Mesh Pro, text user interface? Maybe that's the issue. Maybe it's not a user interface. Let's remove this. Remove the component. Let's add a component, some kind of text. Let's just see if we can add the component text. Text, character, font, color. Let's see if we can add text color, maybe black. See what this does. I don't see the text anywhere. Character, text, Arial, font size. Let's make the font size really big. Maybe like I'm just not, maybe my eyesight's not good enough. No, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing any text there. Question mark. Text. The text control displays a non-interactive piece of text to the user. This can be used to provide captions or labels for other GUI controls or to display instructions or other text. So it does look like I want text there. All right, what's happened here? Let's see this. Where is the text? All right, that's not there. Sprite render text. Font. Normal line spacing, rich text, alignment centered. Best fit. Material. Raycast target. No, there's nothing there. It's not showing any text on the thing. So that's the part I'm missing. Let's remove this component again. Let's reset that component and give it best fit from the beginning. And color, we'll give it a red color maybe. And we'll try to type in something like the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. And it's not showing up. There's nothing showing there. That text is not coming up. All right, we're removing the component. That component is not doing anything. Go back to the circle. We're going to reopen our prefabs, and we're going to see if we can get text to show up a different way. Wait a minute. That circle is still there, removed. We're going to delete this. You cannot undo the delete asset section. That's fine. Going back to our circle. Sprite renderer, add component, It won't let me add a text. It won't let me add text mesh because it's not there. Normal color, red. Let's see if this works. What can we give it? Input field, text viewport, text. It's not. On value, change string. It's not doing any of that. It seems like I should be able to just add text. Let's remove the component. Remove the component. Call transparent mesh sprite render. All right. Let's see if I can do this. How to add text box on sprite in Unity. How do you add text to a sprite? I'm trying to make a simple 2D box sprite that has a text on it. I tried to create a rectangle sprite and add text component, but it doesn't work. What I'm trying to make is something like 12. Text components have to do with the new Unity user interface implemented in Unity 4.6. If you make a 2D sprite, it is an object, not a UI element. The only other component known of that is a scene placeable would be a text mesh. Basically the text alternative to a sprite. So just create an empty create game object, child it under your box sprite, and add that component. If what you're making is in the scene as an object, I would continue with what you're doing. But if you're making a UI element like a button, I would suggest using the canvas system. It has a lot more functionality. All right, so I got an idea. The idea right now is going to delete this. So I have no prefab. Now I'm going to create a game object, and I'm going to call this the new players. So now to this, I don't know if this works, but I'm going to give this a 2D object, which is going to be our circle. And I'm going to do a 2D object on this. I'm going to do the user interface, the Text Mesh Pro. And see how they're child objects of this. I don't know why there's an event system right now, why that shows up. But this new players, I'm going to see now if I can make this a prefab. And then in my avatar creator, my prefab is going to be new players. So what I've done is I've taken the whole thing away from being that circle, and then I'm going to delete new players out of here because it became a prefab, and I'm going to hit play. I have no idea if this is going to work, but let's see. No, it doesn't let me. Already on the game field. Now it didn't give the person the color. It did not give the person the color, but I think I'm where I want to be, in the sense that now when I come back to this, to instantiate my prefab, get component, sprite render, color, chatter, my new clone, get component, but it's in child. Get component. I want to keep the one that was working. So let's do that. Copy. Something's running slow on my computer right now. It's back. I think it's get component in child. Get component in child. Let me see something. Get component in child. I thought that was a command. Get component child and children. Get component in children. Get component in children. Sprite render color. I think that's it. Which means my new clone get component text. My new clone get component in children probably. My new clone get component in children text tags display name. I also want to make that new text my new clone This is good. I think this is going to be okay. Let me see what this does. This might work. Let's see what's happening. We'll go back to the game and play it. All compilers errors have to be fixed. All right, so I didn't look. I just made an assumption. Use the generic method group get component in children requires one type argument. Oh, I know what it is. Get component in children text mesh. I think that's it. No errors. Play. I hope I changes color now. I hope it's changing color. Will it change a color? A wild why not appears. Catch it using exclamation poke catch. Winners revealed in 90 seconds. And we'll try the Ultra Ball on this one. New text. There's an error happening that's allowing me to complete this. So we're going to stop this and come back and see what messages maybe we got in Unity here. Console. Unity Engine debug log warning. The object reference not set to an instance of an object. IRC input. All right, so the code is not working there. It's instantiating the fabric. Let's see. Let's make this, let's make that a variable. I mean a comment. Let's see if this works. Try it again. We're going to see if this works after it's done reloading. We're going to hit play. The why not escaped. No one caught it. A. So new text, and B doesn't allow me. Okay. So I don't want it to say new text though. It doesn't want it to say new text. I want it to say the text that I'm putting there. So let's go look at the prefab. Let's look at the project. Let's bring new players up here so we can look at the prefab. New players. New players has a canvas with a text, and it says new text. I don't want it to be new text. I want it to be, I'm wondering if that's not a variable. Text Mesh Pro. All right, let's delete this canvas. Let's delete new players. We're going to delete this. And we're going to delete this canvas. We need to create the text mesh for it. User interface, a button, a drop down, an input field. Is it an input field? I thought it was just text mesh pro, but maybe it needs a variable. Let me see what they did in their one script for their text mesh. This Twitch chat, I hear it. For these people, whenever someone sends a message, check if their avatar is not on the list. Okay, add a new avatar for the list. Renderer, Text Mesh Pro. It's just called Text Mesh Pro. Spawn, get component in children, Text Mesh Pro, .text, data, username. Very similar to what I want to do. Very similar. If I come back to my script, my new clone gets the component in the children text mesh. Oh, I think they use Text Mesh Pro. They use Text Mesh Pro. And I don't think is there a Text Mesh Pro in there? Circle. New players. Let me add a children of the circle to the object. Oh no, that's not where to add it. I want to add a new players. Effects, user interface, button drop down input field. Let's add the Text Mesh Pro. We're gonna call it just like that. We're gonna bring back new player. Oh, why is prefab there? I thought I deleted the prefab. I want to delete it. Now I want to bring this down here. Making the root of the current open prefab into a new prefab will make the open prefab a prefab variant with a new prefab as its base. No, I don't want to do that. Somehow I got something going on. This new players, circle, canvas, text, mesh pro. Let's see if I can do it now. Can I delete this? Then I think I've got it there. Avatar created, my prefab, bring back new players, delete new players from the scene, then go back to the script. And this is Text Mesh Pro. This is Text Mesh Pro. I don't know if this is going to be correct or not. The type of namespace named Text Mesh Pro could not be found. Are you using a directive or an assembly reference? They show Text Mesh Pro in the actual Unity. Maybe it's an update. I'm just going to test it. The type of namespace Text Mesh Pro could not be found. Why can't it be found? Get component in children. Text mesh, not there. Text mesh is the only thing that shows up. It's the only thing that shows up. Try it. Not sure. If you know what's wrong, any help would be appreciated. But you can tell right away, like if the avatar shows up and it's not my color, that's a problem. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. And so because it didn't have my color, you know there's a problem right here. It instantiated the prefab and then ends. It doesn't do the next step. I want to change the text. All right, so we're going to look in C#, Unity, change text message script. Let's see how to do it. How to change text by script in Unity. I'm going to pull this one down and we're going to read this together if you'd like. Private text title text, your new text here. Your scene should look like this. Title, text. Pay attention to the highlighted reference. You need to use a drag and drop title game object here. Oh, I don't have any variable. I don't have any variable in there. Public, private text title. Yeah, I don't have anything labeling the text. All right, let me get back up here. I do not have anything labeling the text. So what I need to find out, there's no errors right now. because I took away the text mesh, a script interface for this. I need my new clone, it gets component in the children text. Text generator, class that can be used to generate text for rendering, a script interface text, text. I just want text. Represent a raw text or binary, text clipping, text editor, text generator, text mesh. I wonder if they don't have Text Mesh Pro, or am I missing, maybe I'm missing Text Mesh Pro. Maybe I need using what for Text Mesh Pro? C#. I'm just wondering if the script, I think this is the problem. Using TM Pro. I think that's the problem. Then down here, I want Text Mesh Pro. Now we want to save this. I want to go back to my Unity. I want to go back to my new players prefab, canvas, text. Okay, so here's the problem. I want to see if this works now. I want to see. Let's see. Test. Okay, it didn't. Object reference not set to an instant of an object. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We are going to go back to our main hierarchy. We're going to delete the new players. And we're going to create this whole new asset from the beginning. We're going to create an empty child. And we're going to call this new player. Then we're going to add a circle to it. Then we're going to add our Text Mesh Pro button drop-down input field, an input field, or Text Mesh Pro. Which is it? I feel like it's that. And then we're going to bring new player here. And then we're going to go to our avatar creator. And we're going to bring the new player here. And we're going to check our script one more time. Get component in children, Text Mesh Pro, text equal chatter tags. Yes, TM Pro, Text Mesh Pro. All right. Let's see if it works. Save this. And play this. And it's there because making the new clones, but they're not getting the colors. They're not getting the colors at all. I have this new player on the scene. This should not have been there. Canvas. Let's add the other Text Mesh Pro, the input field. Let's just add that. And let's play it. Let me see. Yeah, it's not there. Okay. We got to go back to here. We got to Surface Text Mode Pro. Let's delete this. Let's bring new player down to prefabs. Go back to the avatar creator. Bring the game object here. Oh, Newgasm, this is causing me issues here. Play. It's all right though. I know that it's something minor. This is an input text. So this is definitely not what I want. Like that's an interface for the user interface there. All right. We're going to stop this. And we're going to go back to where it was working again here. This is where the error is right now. This text mesh piece. A wild Rampardos. This is the text mesh piece that's ending up not working. And then we're going to delete this prefab. We are going to delete this canvas. Back to reality. Back to this new player. We want to delete the whole new player. We're going to create an empty one. We're going to call it the new player. We're going to add the sprite for the circle. We're going to bring it here. We're going to delete it from here. We're going to hit play. Now this should allow us to have the colors and everything, but still no text. Still no text. Ooh, didn't even give us the colors. Oh, you know why? I never dragged the new an avatar creator. I never brought the prefab over. And I'm wondering if that's why the text is not showing up. I never made the variable public for that name. You know what? Let me see something. You caught him. Very good. I think I got it though, Newgasm. I've got to add a public. And there it is. The latest chatter is a public variable in Avatar Creator. So I could make the text the latest chatter. I could, yeah. I know that character. Gigantic 15, yay, from Gigantic Bucket. All right, I know that one. All right. In this new player prefab, there's no text for the have it to the element. All right, let me just make sure I have the color working, and then I think I know what I need to do. I need to give a variable for the text. No, it's not given the color. I got something else. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. I know why, because I was looking at children. Right here in children. Because now the color is not in the children, I bet. Yeah, that's it. My new clone. I hope that's it. I didn't save though. Will it automatically save? I don't think it automatically saved. Oh, we got some progress, but not as far as I wanted to go. So tomorrow's a new day. We'll work on that tomorrow. I want to go back to this. Yeah, you'll have this working before me, but I don't want your script. I don't mind hints. All right. I do not mind hints. Let's go to the object, sprite, and we're going to make it a circle. Then we're going to go to the main camera avatar creator, circle, bring this over here. Then we're going to check our script. iNewClone, get component, sprite render, the color, the chatter, adds the chatter, instantiates, all that should be good. Save this. I think this is going to work. Oh, I left a circle there. So you are going to see a circle. All right, that works. Okay, and only one. And yeah, you're good there. You're only going to get one. All right. Here's the thing. I feel like you see how my prefab shows the circle what it is? I don't think I have the script connected to Unity. Archaeology really is a career in ruins. I really think that's what I'm missing. So I need the variable. I need the variable to show up on here. So let me do this. I'm going to come here. I'm going to delete this circle. All materials, assets, prefabs. Why is my circle not there? That's funny. The circle should have been in my prefab section right here. Did I not drag it? Create 2D object, a sprite, a circle. I brought it in here. It should definitely be there. I delete this. I go back into my avatar creator, drag the circle. All that is good. Like I know that's going to work. But what I want to do is I want the circle to have text. I add a component to it. TextMesh Pro. Text. Text component, where do I give it the text? Where do I give it the text? On value, on select, on select. No, this is not it. This is not it. Something else. Something else. Oh. I got that working. Let me why that's working. Let me just go see here for a minute. I am going to accessing TextMesh in the code. Drag the TextMesh Pro object you create in XR1 to the slot mark clock text in the clock inspector. Public TMP text. How do you give the position for the TextMesh Pro? Public TMP text, clock text. How do you position it? How do you position the TextMesh Pro? Create a new script called clock and attach it to a clock display. Double click. Maybe that object gets put there. All right. Got an idea. I got an idea. We're going to go into here. I think we've got it. Where these variables are getting created. We need a TextMesh. TextMesh Pro needs a variable. And it's right here. Oh, no, it didn't copy from my thing. Right here, it needs public TMP. I want to copy that. Why did that? Let me copy that. Copy. Let me see this. I think it will work. We'll come in here. Just wrote it. TextMesh Pro needs a variable, so we're going to give it a variable right now. Now, why it's not keeping my, all right, I'll just type it. It was public TMP public variable, right? TMP underscore text and player tag. Oh, but I want it, it's a variable, so it's lowercase player tag. All right. Inukum, this should not be there. Why is that a duplicate line? I must have. My new clone get components right runner. Why is that up there? Should be. Let me see something. I must have hit Control V and it showed up twice because I don't want that line there. Player tag. And then down here, player tag. My new clone, toothpick add chatter. Player tag equals chatter tags display name. I think it's that line right there that will work with that. Let me see what happens if I save this and go back to my Unity. Does right-click format document work? Well, let me check. I'll try it. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to add a public variable. Script circle start point. Wait, what? Here's my avatar script. Avatar creator. That's the one I'm avatar creator. I added this public. I'm trying to get text to show. Public TM Pro text player tag. Type the name TM Pro text could not be found. Public TMP underscore text. TM Pro text. Text. It's not TMP. It's just TMP underscore text. There it is. Now we can save this. Come back to this. Start point, let's go back. Event system, avatar creator. Why? Latest chatter, login tags, display name, user ID, badges, emotes, my prefab. The avatar creator. Event system. Cannot implicitly convert type string to TM Pro TMP text. Okay. So that did not work. That ID I had for the script. Public TM player tag. Public player tag. And then I have player tag equal. Maybe it needs to be this in parentheses because it's a variable like that. That might be all it needed. Let's see. Cannot implicitly convert type TMP Pro underscore TMP. Oh, it's not TMP Pro, right? Convert type string to TMP Pro temp. TMP Pro temp. layer tag, but it's not TM Pro temp now. All right, let's go back to this. Clock display. Here we're going to use this namespace in our script to access date and time functionality. Only the TM Pro namespace in every TextMesh Pro. I'm wondering if that's time. That's why it's probably time Pro. It's not a text. It's not a text. The first time you use TextMesh Pro in a project, you will offer to import the TMP essentials and examples if you haven't already imported them. All right. You said, does right-click format document work? I don't see right-click format document. It's getting a little sloppy on the code. But this TextMesh Pro is not what I wanted. TextMesh Pro text. I should have imported TMP essentials. The examples and extra package contains additional resources and examples that will make discovering and learning about TextMesh Pro's powerful features easier. These additional resources will be placed in the same folder as the TMP essential resources. I think that might be what I'm missing. Cannot convert type string to TM Pro text. Let's go back up here. I thought TextMesh Pro needed a variable. We're going to get rid of it. It's not working, so we're taking that out. Then we're going to go down to where the TextMesh Pro was a minute ago. Get rid of that. We will find it. We will find it. This is torture for myself right now, though. Let's see. So this is what I did that I wanted to do today. Prevent a spawn where another prefab collision detection. That's done. No, that is not done. It doesn't create an extra one. String to fix. That's fine. That's fine. Latest chatter equal to chatter. There's it right there. Latest chatter. There's already that variable right there. Player tag. Stamp sheet. Where do I have that line? That's where I could have found it. That easy. Let's get rid of this. Why do the comments, I guess, that's the part that's throwing me off, the comments here. No errors. We're going to save it. We're going to see where we are. Play once this is done. I don't know what the purpose of that event system is. Let's do a joke. That's good. Something. But I'm not getting any text right now. Not getting any text on that unit. Not getting any text. Yeah, so no text is displaying. If I look at this right here, they use this TextMesh Pro. They have the mesh render, the capsule collider. Capsule avatar prefab is just a capsule with a TextMesh Pro 3D user interface text box as a child. Capsule avatar prefab is just a capsule with a rigid body and a TextMesh Pro 3D user interface. I'm not using 3D. My world is 2D. I'm going to try one more time. Let's see if we can do this. Let's go back into this. We're going to shut off the box there. I'm just going to try to create text on the board to make it simpler. 2D object. 2D object. Where would the text mesh be? User interface. Text Mesh Pro. Canvas text. And Canvas text. We need to give this a script. Create a script. I think that's what that must need to have the script, maybe. User interface. Add component. New script. That's where you would do that. Canvas, add a component, new script, and text test. So we can open up our text test. Why is it not loading? Edit the script. Text test. Text Mesh Pro variable. Text Mesh Pro variable in script. We're just using a script here to see what happens. Example class, mono behavior, and this is called text test. I think it was supposed to be text test like this though. So using TM Pro, public class text test, mono behavior, public text mesh Progia. Let me just see something. We've got to rename this. We've got to go back into Unity here. Where would it be that I just created this? Not Twitch IRC, scenes, prefabs, scripts, XMesh Pro. Where would that have just been created? The new script I just made. Text. Under Canvas. Trying to find out where it would have made it. Not here. Unity Twitch chat, not there. Avatar creator, got these, that's fine. Prefabs, not there. Not the main thread, not the extensions. Blank assets, maybe. I'm trying to find out where. There, thank you. Thank you, blank source code, because I need to rename that. I need to rename this so it's got the right capitals. Text test. Okay. The file is unsaved changes. Do you want to reload it and lose those changes made in this? Yes. All right. Then we need a semicolon here. That would have that correct. Maybe. So we go back to this. We've got this. Why did it rename it capital yet? No. It didn't rename it capitalized. Show in Explorer. I want to rename this text to follow the right format. It's not renaming it, probably because it's open in that other. It's probably because it's open in this. Let's close it. Save changes to the following, save. Now if I go into it, Text Mesh Pro Meta Text Test. Why did it not allow me? This should be capital. This should be capital. It's not letting me change it. I'm going to close the whole Visual Studio. I'm getting frustrated that it's not letting me change it. Rename. Text. Test. It looks like it's renamed there. Let me show in Explorer now. Not there. Assets. All right, it corrected it now. But here's the thing. I'm not even using it. I'm not going to use it right now. All that. But that's all right. I learned something new. Now I want to go in here. I want to go to my one script on my assets. I'm going to add something for blank source code here. Scenes, Twitch RC. It's not. I know where it is. It's in my scripts. And I need to go to my avatar creator script. Hey, Gigantic Bucket. How you doing? I need to go in here. And I need to add, I want to add blank source code in here. Blank source code. I'm doing well. I've not made the progress I was hoping tonight, but I'll show you what I've accomplished, and I'll show you where I'm trying to get done. I'm having a hard time making text go on the field. So you're only allowed to, you can only create one circle now. So if I try to make another one, it won't do it because, yeah, so that part's working. Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to get another one from it. But the part I'm having, why did Mozart kill all his chickens? Because when he asked them who the best composer was, they'd all say Bach, Bach, Bach. All right, so here, good news on my front in a way. Newgasm, he downloaded Unity and set up his account. So I think he's going to have the programming bug again for a little while. So that'll be good. All right, so let me go to this script and I'll show what I'm trying to do once I can find it. So I called all the new players toothpicks by using an array. If toothpicks contains any of the chatters, then it gives me a debug message that they're already on the game field. Else, it's going to create this new prefab. And that's what we have. And then it adds the name of the chatter tag to the array of toothpicks. And toothpicks are just the players of the game. And then it's setting the color. But what I want to have, thanks for the encouragement. Small baby steps. I appreciate the encouragement. But what I need to have, you do? Hey, do it. Do it. I love finding errors. You're going to change your name? I have to, if you change the casing of your name or something. Yeah, yes. Did it do it? It didn't do it, but I'm wondering. No, it didn't do it. Yeah. Let me see something just for fun there. I'm going to debug. Let me put this debug log. I think I can do this, and then chatter tags display name. I just want to see what this does here. Let me save it. Oh, look, it's all good. It's all learning. I want to see. The only thing that's going to derail me tonight is time. I think time is going to derail me. All right, so I want to go back into this. I'm going to stop this and restart it. And the debug window now should show me if I did it right. Unity debug log. No, did it show the debug? I wanted to see if it's showing. Wait, it's not making anything for you now. Ah, yeah, yes, that's it. That's it. Right. Yes. Yeah. Yes. It, user ID. The user ID would prevent that. But look, Gigantic Bucket, I have like 2 followers that actually come, so it wouldn't be an issue. But I guess at one point it could be. But all right, yeah, when they hear about how fun the games are, all right. If they have half the fun that I have making it, I think that'll be the real challenge. All right, so let me go back. Did I wanted? Am I not seeing? Oh, already on the game field, so it's never. Yes, see, already on the game field. But my dog's making some crazy noise. You all right, Gracie? Gracie, you good? Just lounging out? All right. Circle me. Yeah, it worked. It worked for you. I think that's your color. Blank source, it's got it. So the next step is I need to add the player's name on there. Yes, yes, it's coming along, Blank source. It's coming along. You know, 4 hours in, and I can make circles of colors on the board. All right. Oh boy. Yeah, so all right, let me go back now. I just can't stare at these pretty colors for everything. Somehow, come on, Gigantic Bucket. Yeah. All right. So the next thing that I need to do, well, there's 2 things that I had on my plan tonight. The one was to prevent a spawn where another prefab was. See, I'll give you an overview. Eventually, you will move or throw something at another circle. And then if you hit it, it will become the same color as you. When all avatars are the same color, the game ends. So it's kind of like that's my first game that I want to make. Yeah, the profit, right? All right, so that's where we are. So what I need to do now, I know there's a collision built in somewhere in Unity. They have the collision detector. I am not using TM Pro right now. I'm sure that it's not an original idea. It comes from some kind of tag game. I think they play on the playgrounds. Yeah, they zombies versus once you hit somebody else, they become a zombie, and then when there's all zombies, I mean, it's the same concept, but I think it will be easy to implement. At least the idea is. All right, but I appreciate it. All right, so let's go back. I need to find out the collision piece. I can do one thing at a time. Collision detection in Unity. First, you have to open a Unity project. Let's look at this. First, you have to open the Unity project, click on the game object in the menu bar. Click on the game object in the menu bar, select the 3D object and pick the cube. Click on the cube add component, select spheres. It needs a collider then. So I've got to add a collider to it. So let me go into, got to stop this because I've got to look at my project my asset, my prefab, this circle. Or you could do the math. At least while they're simple circles. Yes.
He's not getting out. He's getting tired, and like I think he wants to eat before he goes to bed.
Okay, I can do that. All right. I'll be up in like 1 minute. I don't know if you know my life situation, but just a little segue. I do have a family, and now I got to go take care of them. So ignore me. Colliders are reusable in Unity concept. Oh, yep. Listen, life is calling me, but I appreciate everybody stopping in and checking on the progress, and I hope everyone has a great evening or day, depending on where your time zone is. But I have to go take care of some family issues, and I look forward to getting back. Catch you later, everyone. Just go here, ending, and stop streaming. Thank you. Thank you.